Nikon's dead. It's time for me to make a switch. Hey, what's up you guys? Nick here. For those of you new to my channel, my name is Nick. I'm a professional photographer. I've been a professional photographer for about the last 4 years, though I've had a camera in my hand for the last 16 as I started shooting as a hobbyist back in high school. And as you guys might have seen from the title of this video and my little intro right there is, I am making the switch to Sony. And you might be asking yourself, why? And how so? So right here, if any of you are familiar with my videos, this is my Nikon D5300. Now I have a video review on this camera and I'm going to link that right up there for you guys, but this has been my workhorse of a camera for pretty much every single one of my YouTube videos that I've produced, save for shorts, some of the GoPro videos I've done, and my first and second video, which I believe were shot with the Nikon D5100. And I'll put some links down for the D5100 down in the description below, as well as some of my user guides for the Nikon D5300. And what I actually switched to was a Sony A6100 mirrorless camera. Now, the funny thing about that switch is the little prompt video that you just saw of my A6100 was actually shot with this here Nikon D5300. And this will still remain my photography go-to camera when I'm shooting professionally, when I'm doing portraits or engagement or even wedding photos. I've shot weddings with this thing, so anyone who tells you you need a full frame, you don't need one right off the bat. And I have a bunch of videos all about used cameras and cheap gear. That's kind of what I've built this channel off of. Now, what prompted me to switch to Sony was, first of all, I got a great deal on the camera. A lot of you might remember Nick Del Duca. We did an interview with him, and I'll link that one right up there, and he told me that DSLs were dead and basically mirrorless was the future, and seems like he was doing a little bit of foreshadowing when we did that interview. Now, the reason I switched is I got a really good deal on the camera, which we're recording this with right now. The second thing I like about the camera is how light and ergonomical it is. The A6100 is going to make the future of this channel absolutely amazing, and we'll talk about the future of the channel further in this video. Now, the other reason I love the A6100 so far is it shoots in 4K, and I played a lot with that. In a lot of videos you're not going to see of me running around my house with the A6100 on that stabilizer I got from the shorts that I posted last week, and just kind of getting the gist of it and the feel for it. And I really like how light the camera is, how ergonomical it is, how friendly it is. What I really like about it is with this camera, in some of my other videos you might have noticed when I moved forward and when I moved back, I would get blurry, or my equipment would get blurry. And what's great about the mirrorless systems that Sony produces is I can just pick a point on the screen or pick an object in the little LCD screen and it will follow that and keep it in focus silently. If you watch some of my older videos where I was using autofocus, such as one of my tintype videos, I'll link that one right up there, you can actually hear the focus motor on the D5300 moving back and forth, and it created a lot of noise, so I had to keep it in a static focus where it wasn't focusing in and out, and it took away from what I could do with my videos. Now, another thing I like about it is that because the Sony mirrorless system has been out so long compared to the Nikon Zs and the Canon mirrorlesses, I don't even know what those ones are called, it has a plethora of aftermarket lenses or third-party lenses, third-party batteries, third-party accessories, all with great reviews. Another thing that I find fantastic about it is because it's light, I was able to get some budget slider, a budget stabilizer, and some other budget equipment to get me started for kind of what the future of this channel is headed towards. So in order for me to reach the potential of what I want the channel to be, I needed to upgrade my camera. The Nikon D5300 just was no longer providing me with the video quality or the capabilities that I wanted for the channel. Now with this one, as you can remember, it's got the flip out screen. And that's nice and all, but when you're on location or you're on a shoot, it's hard for me to look at the lens here and not look over at the LCD, and it's very obvious that I'm looking over. With the Sony, it pops straight up out the top, and it's a little bit more ergonomical and easier. I don't have to worry about catching the screen on anything, and the sound quality is a lot better because with these, the control you had for the input on the microphone is not as sensitive and is not as good as it is with the Sony. Another thing that I like about the Sony A6100 so far is the record time. With this camera here, I got 10-minute segments out of it. Like I said in previous videos, you might have seen me looking over or looking to the side to try to figure out how much time I had left to record. With this one, I can record pretty much an entire video in one take. It's not a big deal. It is not a problem at all, so it felt like the Switch, after everything good that Nick had said about this camera, as well as playing around with it myself, I felt that the Sony A6100 was the right choice for me to switch. Now, in the very, very beginning prompt, I did say Nikon is dead. Nikon is not doing well. They're starting to cease production on a lot of their DSLR lenses. They're not announcing new DSLRs at all. So if you're into the used market, definitely, you can always pick these up. You can get third-party and used lenses super cheap, which brings me to the next segment of this video, an announcement of where the channel is headed. So those of you who have been around for a really long time probably know that I've built this channel on cheap camera reviews, older used camera reviews, going out and shooting with old cameras and showing that you can take wonderful photos with older cameras, used cameras, and kind of giving a beginner's guide to people who want to get into photography but are on a tight budget. That part of the channel is going to remain. I'm going to continue to make those videos. I have another box that I need to unbox from Dwayne. I'm pretty sure it's a Canon of some sort, which we will be doing a bunch of videos on. I still have the D40 that I need to release videos on. We've gone out and shot with it a little bit, but that brings me to the next point. I'm starting a couple series, and I hope that you guys can get excited about these series, well, as excited as I am. So the first part of this is why the Sony was so necessary. The Sony was necessary because I want to move more towards an area I'm not comfortable in. When it comes to photography, I'm really comfortable about what I'm talking about, and I'm really comfortable in the act of taking photos and giving advice and speaking with you guys all about photography. Cinematography and videography is an area that I'm not all that comfortable with. And if you've seen the last few of my videos, you've probably noticed that I've been experimenting with cinematics and better B-roll and trying new angles, new camera angles, new editing techniques, and all of those things. And that's kind of where I want to take this new series, which is going to be exploring cinematography with you guys. So I'm going to be learning on camera. You're going to see every single mistake I made. You're going to see every piece of bad footage I get. You're going to see everything that I do wrong, and we're going to talk about it in the vlog section of the video. So we're going to go out, we're going to shoot B-roll downtown with whatever camera I want to take at that time. And then we're going to talk about what I feel I did right, what I feel I did wrong. I also know some people in cinematography. I know a photojournalist. I say photojournalist, he really does video. I also know a guy who works for A&E, and he told me that when he makes it here this summer that we're gonna have a sit down, he's gonna explain some things to me, try to teach me some things, and we're gonna kind of go on this journey together. I'm gonna share the entire journey with you, the journey of learning cinematography. And so I hope you guys are ready to do that. I hope you guys are willing to join me, and I hope the channel continues to grow as we kind of expand what we do. We have, you know, the normal videos where we're talking about photography, we're talking about cameras, we're talking about older cameras, gear reviews, and then once a month or maybe twice a month, you know, I'll drop 2 videos in 1 week. It'll be one on photography and then one on what kind of cinematography stuff I tried that week or I had tried that month. Now, the other series that I want to start, and this one I think is going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be going back to basics. So I'm going to go back and start doing landscape photography again. And you'll probably get one of those videos maybe once a month, maybe once every other month. It's kind of hard to get me to go out and do landscape photography, but I'm going to try and go out and get back to the basics. Very simple prime lenses, very simple cameras, very simple setups, very minimalistic, to kind of see what we can go out and get. So that's kind of where the channel is heading, and I wanted to announce that before we started just dropping videos on you. Nick Del Duca is going to be helping me a lot with that. He's going to be running a second camera. We also have the drone to get other footage. So we're going to be having multiple camera angles. Nick's going to be teaching me cinematography. Jeff and James are going to be teaching me cinematography. And you guys are going to go on that journey of learning and failing with me. And I hope that it's as much fun as I think it's going to be. So I want to thank you guys again so much for joining me. I know this video was a little bit off compared to my normal videos. I hope you like this lighting. That is one of the new kind of cinematography things that I have been reading about lately and Nick has been talking to me about. And that's this new lighting setup that we have. If you're interested in seeing the lighting setup, let me know. I'll do a short all about my lighting setup because it is way more complex than I wish to admit, but it is a lot of fun to set up and actually shoot these kind of videos. It's been a while since we've done just a sit down like this where I'm not overly energetic or I'm not overly into it and we're not showing a whole bunch of B-roll and it's just me, you, and the cameras. So thank you guys again so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. At 1,000 subscribers, I'm giving away that F80. That F80 35mm is going out. That F80 35mm film camera will be going out to someone at 1,000 subscribers. We're at like almost 870 now. Every week it just grows and grows, and I want to thank you guys so much for that. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you guys can see all the videos as I upload them, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Bye.